My brow tattoo journey started more than 6 years ago. Did a story about it, you loved it, and now 6 years later, you still have tons of questions. So let's go. All right, so this is me getting microblading done in the spring of 2017 at the spa at West Glen after doing a lot of research about the process and providers. Look at this. This is before. I had no eyebrows left after a friend plucked them. There's the after. Amazing, right? Before, after. This is last week at Pinpoint Permanent Cosmetics. So this is perfect actually for one of the questions I got. Someone wanted to know, can you see what they look like before it's permanent?
So we do shape, when we do the powdering, we shape it out with a pencil. So yes, you see the exact shape. And what we do is we just tattoo right over the top of it. The microblading though, when we shape out for that, that is a different way to shape. And so we actually do an outline. So you're looking at a border. So that one's a little bit funky to look at. It's a little bit harder to visualize. Okay, go ahead and hold that. So basically just added to both your arches to thicken those up.
I like that.
They're both a tattoo. They're both done with ink. The microblading, the way that I describe it, is a hair stroke look. So we use a handheld tool and we make little scratches in the brow. There's meant to be skin space in between the scratches. That's what makes it look a little more 3D. Powdering, it's a bunch of dots. We call it powdering because it mimics a hair like, like a powdered makeup. So it's a bunch of little dots. We can splay out those dots and make it super sheer and light and just a soft dusting, or we can really build it up and make more of a bolder brow for somebody. So it's very versatile, but still ink, still permanent makeup, just two different techniques.
So the two different techniques really come down to two different tools. This is Terry at the spa at West Glen. You can see it's almost a scalpel that she's using, while this is Anna at Pinpoint Permanent Cosmetics using a more traditional tattoo pen or tattoo gun. So that's the difference between the two.
But yeah, the more you continue to do the microblading, the less and less it shows up like microblading. So that's why I always say, like, if you like that look, let it fade out. Let it fade all the way out. That way you can get that look back. Otherwise, you're essentially putting brown on top of a lighter brown. It's, not going to show up as much.
And that's exactly what had started happening to my microblading. You can see how it had started fading and just sort of blurring. So I decided to go with the powder instead. I like a bold brow, so that works for me.
So typically we're going over like the different styles. A lot of clients don't know which style, whether they want the microblading, the powdering, or the combination. So we discussed that. And then we always take a look at their brows too, to see if maybe there's one technique that would better fit their brows too, and skin type. And then we'll usually do a shaping so they can see how we would shape them out the day of. Just go over the different things as to things to avoid. So anybody who has sensitive skin that has rosacea, sometimes they have to go to a dermatologist first. Any redness, irritation, those types of things are what we, say, you may have to talk to a dermatologist. If you've done chemo or anything like that, we say give it a good 4 to 6 months, let your body's immune system build back up. So there's a few like that. Typically the permanent makeup pigments are very well regulated. They don't have, like the heavy metals and things in them that some of the body inks can have.
Interesting.
So yeah, I've never seen anybody have a reaction to pigment in my career, so it's pretty rare. Usually they'll let me know, like, hey, I'm probably going to start going gray, so we just go with like a lighter brown, as well as you can also do like a taupey brown, like that more cool toned browns. Those are going to blend really well with gray. I've only had maybe like 6 clients ever ask me for an actual gray pair of brows. Most women still want like a brown color on their face. Yep, so making sure they have their tattoo establishment and then their tattoo artist license, and then certificates of training, things like that. It's continuing ed.
Microblading is definitely
more intense.
Yes, that's a perfect way of phrasing it.
Yep, I agree with that. Yeah, usually I would say most people don't have any issues with the powdering technique. It's fairly gentle on the skin.
So this is what you get sent home with: baby shampoo and healing balm, and very specific instructions about what to do with both. Okay, here we are, day 3, day 4. Here's what's going on: flaking and a little peeling, like this guy over here, starting to peel up a little bit. Don't freak out. It's normal. Trust the process. All right, and so back to that aftercare card. It has these wonderful little illustrations, emojis almost, so you'll be prepared for what's going to happen. All right, this is day 12. No makeup on the face, no makeup on the brows, so you get a really good idea of what things look like. These look fantastic, and the great news is they just keep getting better over the next several weeks.